warms up, sometimes my relaxed hair needs a little pick-me-up. My scalp can start to get sweaty, my hair starts to look a little frizzy and dry, and that's when I pull out these products. Hi, I'm Leah and welcome to my channel, ARelaxedGal. Here's where I share my experiences with relaxed hair and oily skin. Influenster and Herbal Essences recently sent me this rose hip hair fragrance mist, and I've been using it a few times already and realized that it could be paired up with my go-to dry shampoo, the Not Your Mother's Clean Freak. When it comes to washing my hair, I do that once a week, about every 6 to 7 days. It's what works best for me, as I'm not going to go too long between washes, and I'm also going to be able to give my hair a good dose of moisture when it's most needed. Plus, I'm not frequently putting my hair through a lot of manipulation that tends to happen when I wash and dry it. So while that works best for me, there are a few times when my hair needs to be refreshed a little bit before wash day rolls around. This typically happens when I'm doing a lot of sweating on my scalp, either from exercising or spending a lot of time outside in the sun. When the weather warms up, I like to go out for walks. In my neighborhood, I spend time in my vegetable garden or my flower garden. So I'm doing stuff that's causing me to sweat and to be exposed more to the sun, particularly my head. And that's because I don't like to wear hats. I just start to overheat, so my hair is always exposed when I'm outside. And when my hair's been exposed outside, it tends to dry out. And if there's wind as well as sun, forget it. My hair starts to feel like it's a hair of desert. When I have been sweating a lot and I've got a sweaty scalp, I pull out my dry shampoo, the Not Your Mother's Clean Freak. While dry shampoos are supposed to instantly absorb excess oil from the roots, they can also be used to help absorb liquid like sweat. Now, I started using this when I began working out more, and that was probably, was it like 10 years ago? No, it wasn't quite 10 years ago. No, it might have been 10 years ago. I tried a few different dry shampoos and ended up settling on this one. Now, this dry shampoo comes in a few different scents. I have the original, which I think is an old, outdated scent, because lately I've been seeing unscented, I've seen citrus, I think I might have seen a tapioca. There's a few different scents, but I would say go with unscented or citrus. Unless you're going to use a hair fragrance on your hair, then you might want to just go with the unscented. Now, this dry shampoo comes in a few different scents. I have here the original. Now, when I use this, I am very strategic about it. It says there's no visible residue, but if I hold it too close to my head, sometimes I will see something just because I have darker hair. And that's one of the downsides of using a dry shampoo. If you have darker hair, sometimes you can start to see some kind of white residue. But if I use this properly, I don't. Now, to use this dry shampoo, I section my hair and spray the dry shampoo near my roots in each section. I might pre-section my hair, or as you're seeing here, I will just go ahead and section it as I need to, depending on how much sweat I have and where I'm sweaty. Sometimes I'll do my whole head, sometimes I'll just do certain parts of it because I'm sweatier there than others. I do like to pay close attention to my hairline, as that's where I tend to start sweating when I'm sweating on my scalp. After I spray on the dry shampoo, I like to work the product through my hair with a comb or with my fingers or a brush. And I don't use a boar bristle brush. I tend to use one of these types of brushes. Now, as I mentioned, if I use this dry shampoo properly, I don't end up with any residue or flakes on my hair from it. And what I do is that I make sure to hold it further from my head, and sometimes if I'm holding it closer, I will go ahead and I'll move it around a little bit so that it's not just concentrated in one spot. But even typically when I am doing it in one spot, a lot of times I might be doing the back of my head, so I might go around and hold it like this and go across my head, or I'm going like this, or I'm going across my hairline. So keeping it moving and keeping it further away from your head helps to make sure you don't have any of that residue show up on your hair. I chose the Not Your Mother's Clean Freak Dry Shampoo because it doesn't irritate my scalp, and I'm able to go at least a few more extra days till I need to use a real shampoo. Now, recently, I've started adding this Herbal Essences Rose Hip Hair Fragrance to the mix. This was given to me by Influenster and Herbal Essence, and I'm gonna tell you, I like it. This is a hair fragrance, and it's supposed to help your hair smell fresh in between washes. It also says that it helps to tame some frizz and lightly condition the hair, helping your strands look smoother and more polished in between your wash days. Now, because this is essentially a hair perfume, there is a scent with blooming notes of lily, rose, and apple. So I'm going to spray it and let's see what it smells like. I definitely smell the rose and I can smell the apple. I'm not quite sure what Lily smells like. I don't know if I'm smelling it or not, but this smells really good. Because of the apple in it, this scent is a little similar to some perfumes that I've used in the past and I liked, and they had apple blossom in them. Now, what I like about this Herbal Essences hair mist is that the rose note in it is not that heavy, and that is great because if you get a strong rose scent, it can be overly sweet. And sometimes for me, that puts a bad taste in my mouth. When I use this, I have used this on its own when I felt like I needed to add a little bit of nice fragrance to my hair because I lost that nice, clean, fresh smell that I get after I wash my hair. Or I've used this after I apply my dry shampoo to kind of lightly condition, help with some frizziness, and to get a little bit more life into my hair after I've been sweating. Now, either way I'm using it, I use the same application method. When I'm applying this hair mist, I take a small section of hair to start with, hold the bottle a little way away from that section, and then I spray lightly so as not to drench my hair. Then I use both hands to smooth the mist in a little bit to help keep my hair from feeling wet. And I go ahead and repeat this process until I've done all of this to all of my hair. Now, I use this method because sometimes when I put liquid on my hair, it'll start to frizz up, and I don't want to create frizz. I want to stop frizz with this hair mist. The result is my hair feels a little more conditioned and looks a little smoother. Now, going back to the scent of this, it is very present on day one. I will say though, it's not like overpowering. It's not something that starts bothering me or is extremely noticeable. It's really when you get close to it, when I move my hair, you catch a nice, good dose of the scent. And I feel like the more you spray, the heavier the scent is. And since I spray lightly, it's not crazy. By day two, I'm just getting a light whiff of the scent when my hair moves, and I have to move my hair quite a bit to really get that scent. When I'm getting my hair ready for bed after using the dry shampoo and or the hair fragrance, I may apply a little cream moisturizer if it feels like my hair needs a little extra moisture, because this hair fragrance, it is a light condition. It's very light. It's not a heavy dose of moisture, and my hair tends to be on the dry side. So if I've done things to dry it out, my hair sometimes need a little bit more moisture. And then if I don't even use the hair mist and I just use the dry shampoo, I definitely need to apply a little moisturizer to my hair before bed. Then I'll go ahead and wrap my hair up with a satin scarf, and that really helps to keep my hair lie flat and to avoid any frizz showing up so that my hair is looking nice and smooth in the morning. When it comes to this hair fresh routine, I don't need to do it every week or even multiple times during the week. The reason is I'm typically working out inside my house with the air low and the ceiling fan on high, so I'm getting a nice cool breeze and I'm lightly sweating and not sweating a ton or sweating a lot on my scalp. When it comes to doing my yard work, I tend to leave the more rigorous work for the end of the week, and I try to time it for the day when I'm going to wash my hair. On days in the middle of the week when I'm not going to wash my hair, I do try to go out and work more in the shade and work out when sun is setting so it's not beating down on me, so it's a little bit cooler and I'm going to sweat a lot less. Doing all of these things really helps me to stick to my weekly wash day schedule and to end up not overusing my hair refreshing products. There are some other ways that I could refresh my relaxed hair, but this is what I'm currently doing and will continue doing for the time being because it works for me. What's your method for refreshing your hair between washes? Go ahead and share that in the comments below. And if you like this video, please let me know by giving it a like and posting in the comments. You can also check out this video here that YouTube has selected just for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.